Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into a business strategy today that literally separates the struggling, stressed-out startups from the massive industry titans. If you've ever found yourself wondering why some businesses just seem to scale effortlessly, while others are fighting tooth and nail just to keep the lights on, well, the answer usually boils down to one single concept: the money model. So let's unpack the actual mechanics of lifetime customer value together.
Picture this. You're running a business. In scenario A, you drop $100 on marketing just to acquire one single customer, but they only end up spending $50 with you. Not great, right? But then look at scenario B. You spend that exact same $100, but within a few weeks, that customer generates $300. This simple math right here, it is the exact difference between a sinking ship and a totally scalable empire.
Which leads us to a pretty uncomfortable question. If you're operating like that first scenario, spending $100 to make $50, how long can your business actually survive? It's basically a countdown to zero. If you're losing money every single time you acquire a customer, no amount of late-night hustle is ever going to outpace that math.
Okay, let's get into section 1, why great products fail.
There's this huge myth out there. People think that having a truly great product is all it takes. That whole, if you build it, they will come mindset. But the data tells us a completely different story. A business can have an absolutely phenomenal, game-changing product and still completely fail. Startups shut their doors every single day, and it's not because their product is bad. It's simply because they ran out of cash flow.
Here is the painful reality of the market today. Buying customers is expensive. And worse, those advertising costs tick up every single year. As ad platforms raise their rates, your margins just get squeezed tighter and tighter. If you are spending more money to bring a customer in than you actually earn from them, you are actively draining your cash reserves, regardless of how amazing your product is.
Which brings us to our solution. Section 2, the money model explained.
So what is a money model? Basically, it's a deliberate strategy that helps a business recover its customer acquisition cost as fast as humanly possible. It's a total shift in perspective. You're no longer just hunting for one quick sale, you're building an entire ecosystem. The focus completely shifts to making your money back fast and then continuously generating revenue from that exact same customer over time.
Instead of selling one thing and saying, hey, thanks, goodbye, businesses with a solid money model create a journey. Step 1, the customer buys a basic product that gets them in the door. Step 2, they're offered an upgraded version. And then step 3, they're introduced to things like accessories, ongoing subscriptions, or premium services. With every single step, their lifetime value increases.
Let's look at how this plays out in the real world. Section 3, the fitness business example.
Imagine you're running an online fitness brand. You spend $40 on ads. Right out the gate, you're in the hole. Your net is minus 40. But then someone buys your intro workout guide for $20. Now, if you stopped selling right there, you've still lost $20, but you don't stop. Next, that same customer buys a meal plan for $30. Boom. Suddenly you've crossed into the green. Your net positive $10. And it doesn't even stop there. Next month, they subscribe to your monthly coaching for $25. Your net profit is now $35, and it's growing every single month.
Let's zoom out for a second and look at the massive impact of that system. A customer who initially handed over just $20, a transaction that technically put your business at a $20 loss on day one, ends up generating hundreds of dollars for your business over time as they buy into premium courses and coaching. That snowball effect is exactly what a successful money model looks like in action. It takes a losing front-end acquisition and turns it into a massive back-end win.
And this isn't just for small creators. Section 4, the big company playbook.
Massive corporations rarely, if ever, bank on a single sale. Just think about the huge software companies we all use every day. How do they hook you? Step 1 is almost always a free trial. They are literally making $0 upfront and just eating the cost of acquiring you. Why? Because they know step 2 is that monthly subscription. Once you're hooked, step 3 is upselling you to a premium plan with better features. And if you use it for work, step 4 is that massive business package. Every single step strategically increases your value as a customer.
This right here is the ultimate competitive advantage. On one hand, you have competitors who are totally constrained by super tight margins because they desperately need to make a profit on that very first sale. But then you have the big companies utilizing this model. They know their customer journey yields hundreds or thousands of dollars down the line, Because of that, they can afford to outspend absolutely everyone else on initial marketing and still remain incredibly profitable. They are literally just buying up market share.
So, how do we apply this? Section 5. Build your own system.
If you want to build a smarter, more resilient business, you need to sit down and ask yourself a few core questions. First, what can I sell to just get them in the door? Second, what is the immediate next problem they're going to have that I can solve? Can I create a subscription model out of this? Can I offer a premium version for my power users? Or hey, can I bundle products together? The whole goal here is to systematically maximize the value every single customer brings to your business over time.
I really want to pause on this quote because it absolutely nails the entire thesis of our explainer today. The businesses that grow the fastest aren't always the ones with the best products. They're the ones with the best financial strategy. I know, it's a tough pill to swallow if you're a product purist, but it is the absolute, undeniable truth of business scalability. At the end of the day, why does this matter so much? It's simple. A great money model creates the one thing every single business desperately needs: steady cash flow. When you have a system that reliably extracts increasing value over a customer's lifetime, you suddenly have the cash flow to turn right around, invest heavily in marketing to crush your rivals, and invest in innovation to make your products even better. It is a virtuous cycle. It creates immense value for your customer, who gets their ongoing problems solved, and for your business, which gets sustained, unstoppable growth.
So, I'm going to leave you with one final, provocative thought to chew on today. Take a hard look at your own current operations and honestly ask yourself, are you just making a sale, or are you actually building a system? Because as we've seen today, focusing on just a single transaction is a fast track to running out of cash. But building a strategic journey, a true money model, is exactly how you build an absolute financial fortress. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. If you found this breakdown insightful, definitely share this knowledge with someone else who wants to build a smarter, more profitable business. I'll catch you next time.